Hello, myself Shananta. Welcome you all again to our YouTube channel OCS Kolkata. So today in this video we will provide you a demo IELTS speaking class. So I think that will be really helpful for you. In our previous video we have already described about the entire IELTS examination process, about the writing exam, about the reading, about the listening also, and I will provide you all the links in the given below section. So today I am going to provide you some tips and tricks and also the entire thing in a demo version. So let's start.
May I come in, ma'am?
Yes, please come.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
May I have a seat?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
What is your name?
My name is Sahil Malik.
Okay, so what will I call you today?
You can call me Aryan, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So Aryan, this is the first part, our introduction part. So here I will ask you some questions, some basic questions, and you have to answer me that, and it will be almost for 4 minutes. So let's start.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, so Aryan, what do you like most about your hometown?
What I like most about my hometown, Calcutta, is that it is rich in heritage and culture. I share the same hometown as of Rabindranath Tagore and some of the greatest influential figures of our time. And the most important thing that I love about my hometown is that this hometown is the pilgrimage for the fans who love Indian literature and the fans who love football.
Is your hometown famous for anything?
Yes, my hometown is famous for many things, and if I start, then I must continue with the great historical places that we had. We can count it from the British time, and it is Victoria Memorial, Indian Museum, Birla Planetarium, and the list goes on forever. And it's not about just the historical places, but also about the people that this soil produced. And the most important persons that we have in this society is that our former president, Pranab Mukherjee, who is not only a great influential figure but also have decided and concluded and shown many things and the heritage of this hometown. And to mention the great 6 Nobel Prize winners who are from this hometown.
What kind of food did you eat as a child?
As a child, my mom was very careful regarding my daily intakes of food. So she always cooked healthy daily foods so that I can be healthy and at the same time I can be nutritious and my health will be just maintained to be proper.
Do you want to raise your children in the same hometown of yours?
Yes, ma'am. Surely I want my children to raise them.
Okay. So this is the thing actually I want to say. Whatever he is saying, this is perfectly okay. But we have to keep something in our mind that this session will be for 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. So it's better or it is advisable to make your question within 2 to 3 lines for each of the questions. Just like this, in this question when I asked him, do you want to raise your children in the same hometown of yours? He only said, yes, I want to do. And when the previous question I asked what about his hometown, about the famous thing about his hometown, then I guess he already told us almost about 7 to 8 lines or more than that. So these things we generally advise our student to make a balance. So if you want to say that yes, I want to raise my children in my hometown, for what? Why you want to raise them? You can add just like the love or respect or the heritage or the culture, especially the education I have from my hometown. So I also want to inherit the same thing in my children's also. And also it will be completed within 2 or 3 sentences. And now if I am talking about the famous thing about his hometown, of course he can do it in a very precise way. Whatever he said is absolutely fine. I know it's a very about sentimental things when we are talking about our personal things, about our personal places, but as it's an exam and you have a specific time frame, so just try to close each and every sentence within that particular time frame. So let's move to the next question. What type of food do you eat these days?
Mostly because of my education, I eat outdoor foods.
Okay, so that is also the same thing. Whatever he said, it's completely fine that he used to eat the outdoor foods. but you can also elaborate that thing in 2 or 3 sentences. Just like as I am studying in particular that universities, I have to go for the coaching classes. So for that purpose, most of the time I used to be in the outside. So I have to take the outside foods also. So I love them to have. But apart from that, I love the food that is cooked by my mom also. So just try to close each and every questions within 2 or 3 sentences. And the time frame you have to keep in mind, that will be for 4 minutes. So just try to complete it within that. Let's discuss about the second part of our speaking session, IELTS speaking session, that is the cue card. Cue card is just like this. It will be a card, a topic will be given with some particular bullets point. So the IELTS will provide the student 1 minute just to think about the topic. The student have to frame that thing what he want to say. Then after that 1 minute he or she have to speak at least for 2 minutes, and none of the examiner is going to interrupt in between of that. So I will show you as a demo that how it look like. So now we will start with our cue card round.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is topic is given to you. Here is your topic. So you will have 1 minute for that. You can write your top answers or your bullet points, and then we will start.
So ma'am, do I start?
Yes.
As the topic is talk about the most important person in your life. So I want to discuss that the most important person can't be just someone, but it has to be someone who is not only influenced you, but have helped you in every part of your life. In this case, in this scenario especially, I have a very important person that not only I admire, but I have learned a lot from. The name of the person is a young and versatile teacher. His name is Mr. Saurajit Sanyal. When I was in class 9, he was my English teacher. But he was not only just a teacher, he was a guardian. He helped me a lot during my academics. I was not a brightest child in English language, but he helped me in coping up with the studies, with the pace of the studies, and securing a good marks in the term papers. But it was when I was pursuing my English honors, he helped me a lot. He showed me the way that is the best to be in this particular stage, and he is a degree holder in Masters of English and a postgraduate diploma in advertising. But these are the things that not only keep us together, but the main journey of our friendship, or rather to say from a teacher relationship to a friend relationship. The reason behind that was he was a tremendous person when I need a help in guiding for academics or a crucial decision in my future life. He not only helped me to get my scores better, but also to be a good person and humble at the same time.
Okay, stop. Your 2 minutes already over. So please give me back the card and the questions. So after the 2 minutes, the next session will be the next part will be some question answers. So the question answers can be related with the topic that is given to the student, or it may be not related to that, but it will be at least for 4 minutes. Actually, this is the scope, you can say, where the examiner will provide you more chances to speak. So you have to speak, you have to answer those questions properly. So let's start with the questions. Do you want to be like that important person of your life?
Yes, I really want to.
So again, I want to say the same thing. Please try to at least say 2 or 3 sentences for each answer. Please try to make it a close answer, a close-ended answer. If he is saying yes, I want to be like him, then you supposed to say why, because then I can ask you another question that why you want to be like him. So it's better to make it a close-ended answer in a precise way. In a 2 or 3 sentences, you just try to complete that all. Suppose that maybe already I have heard that he told me that he was completely motivated, that person. So yes, I want to become like that person because he used to motivate me a lot. I learned a lot from him. So that's the thing that I want to become like him. So So try to make it a close-ended answer. Then come to the next question. Do he influence your teaching skills?
Yes, he do influence my teaching skill. I have lot to learn how to teach and what is the better way to teach a student and how to get not only to be a good mentor but also to be a good teacher in academics and in the same way to be a friend to a student.
Do you want to pursue your masters from abroad as well?
Yes ma'am, I do want to pursue my masters from abroad.
Okay, so again the same thing. If somebody, see, if you are appearing for IELTS examination, or especially the academics, then that is the only thing you are here because you want to pursue your higher degree. Maybe it can be a bachelor, it can be a master from any abroad universities. So if the examiner is asking you that you want to pursue your degree from abroad, then you have to say yes, and not only yes, but from where. I have do a lot of research on these particular countries, just like Australia, Canada, UK and all, maybe some particular universities, some particular courses. So you have to say all these things because this is the only thing you are here because of this IELTS examination. Okay, let's move to the next question. Do you love animals?
Yes, when I was a child, I was quite afraid with all the kind of animals, but it was by the help of my teacher that they taught me what is to be loved or be loved by a pet animal. And I was greatly influenced by the words of my teacher Saurajit Sanyal. He is a great mentor and he have told me how animal is important to someone's life and what is the great way to make them love to you.
Okay. So here another thing is, see, each and every answers, it is started just like yes, yes and yes. So sometimes it's better to sound it in a different way. Just like this, if anybody asks you that do you love animals, then you can say actually, to be very honest, in my childhood days I was really get scared of those animals because you can say something about the incident because I was bitten by a dog or cat like this. But day by day, when I used to have my own pet, then I can feel about the thing or about the passion about the animals, and whatever he answered, you can continue like this. But actually, why I am telling you that continuously using the same term yes, yes and yes, the same term again and again, it actually doesn't sound better. It's better to use more and more vocabulary you can. So that will really help you to get a good marks. In what way you want to work for the development of your society?
As an Indian, it's a dream of every person to work for their society, and it's a dream of mine too. So I really want to work for my society.
As you were saying that you really want to work for your society, so one thing actually I want to ask you that as you want to pursue your degree from abroad, so do you really think that getting a abroad degree or overseas education that will be really beneficial for your home country as well?
It was a question that I was searching for a lot of time, but actually I got my answer after a lot of research. The Indian education system is very good, but the competition here is very high. So that's the reason that I really want to come back to my home country, and after acquiring those skills, I want to implement those skills into my home country and develop the society as much as I can, because it's the dream of every Indian citizen for the development of their country.
Okay, thank you. So that's all for today.
Thank you so much.
This is your entire speaking examination and wish you best of luck for your future. So here this is the demo for a speaking class. The basic thing I can say as I already said before, please try to use as much synonyms as you can. Just focus on the grammar, focus on the idea that you are talking about. Try to complete each and every sentence at least in 2 or 3 lines, because you have to speak. Just keep one thing on mind, you are not going to score based on your opinion. You will be scored based on your English. So basically you have to speak. Just don't be frightened that I am not aware of the answer, I just don't know what to say. Just try to politely say that, yeah, though I am completely not aware of the thing, but yeah, this is the thing. So basically, it's nobody is going to judge you based on the opinion as oh my god, how the student is not even aware of this thing. But whatever you are saying and the way you are conveying the answer, conveying the opinion, that will be marked. And you can find one thing, the examiner is having a recorder with him or her. So the thing is, the person who is sitting in front of you, maybe that person is not going to provide you the score or the marks. So the recorded session will be given to somebody else. So try to speak a little loudly, politely and in a great way, so the person who will be listen to the recorded version, so that person will be really convinced with your speaking ability. If you really find this video useful, then please just follow our videos, and I will suggest you that if you really have some more questions to ask, you can get our contact details that is given in below section, and you can come and join in our classes. In our classes we generally provide our students more than 50 topics on speaking, and we really help them out to not to be nervous and not to be freeze on the time of speaking examination. So that's all for today. Requesting all of you, please subscribe our video, please press the bell icon, and please motivate us to post more and more videos. Thank you.